Welcome, chosen ones, to this sanctuary of strength and awakening. You have been led here not by coincidence, but by a higher purpose, a calling that echoes deep within your soul. This is not just another moment in time. This is your moment, a sacred encounter with the truth of who you are and what you were meant to be. Have you ever felt the stirrings of something greater, a force within you that refuses to be silenced? Have you ever looked at the challenges before you and known deep down that you were destined to overcome them? That you were born to do more than just exist, to fight for something far beyond yourself? If so, then know this: you're not alone. You are one of the chosen, marked by God to walk a path that few dare to follow. But with this calling comes a battle, an inner war that every chosen one must face. The world around you may seem overwhelming, the obstacles insurmountable, and the darkness all too real. Doubts may whisper in your ear, trying to convince you that you are not enough, that your past defines you, that your fears will hold you back. Yet deep within, there is a voice, clear, powerful, and unshakable, that reminds you of the truth. You are chosen, you are equipped, you are ready. This journey we are about to embark on together is not for the faint-hearted. It is for those who are ready to rise, to stand firm in the face of adversity, and to claim the victory that is rightfully theirs. It is for those who understand that being chosen means being set apart, refined by fire, and prepared for a destiny that only they can fulfill. Here in this sacred space, we will explore what it truly means to be a chosen one. We will dig deep into the core of your being, awakening the warrior within you. We will confront the fears that have held you captive and break the chains that have bound you for far too long. Together, we will discover the strength, the courage, and the resilience that lies within you. So open your heart, still your mind, and prepare yourself for a journey of transformation. This is a safe place, a haven where you can be vulnerable, where you can be real, where you can be exactly who you are meant to be. Welcome, chosen one, to the path that will lead you to your true purpose. Your time is now. As you stand on the threshold of this journey, you may wonder what lies ahead. The path of the chosen one is filled with challenges, trials that will test the very core of your being. But fear not, for you are not without aid. There are ancient, sacred tools, gifts of immeasurable power, that have been bestowed upon you. These are not mere relics of legend or fantasy. They are the very essence of strength and resilience, forged in the fires of divine purpose. But what are these tools? What are the weapons that will guide you, empower you, and shield you on this journey? Their power lies not just in their existence, but in your willingness to wield them with faith, wisdom, and courage. To speak of these weapons is to speak of the very keys to your destiny, the means by which you will overcome the darkness and claim the light that is yours. Before we reveal these weapons, we must prepare mind, body, and spirit for the task at hand. We must ready ourselves to receive and understand the power that will soon be unveiled. This is more than knowledge. It is a transformation, a calling to rise into the fullness of who you are. Now let us begin. Weapon 1, prayer. Prayer is more than just a ritual or a string of words spoken into the void. It is the sacred dialogue between the finite and the infinite, between the heart of humanity and the heart of God. Through prayer, the chosen ones tap into a reservoir of power that transcends the limitations of this world. Picture it as a direct line to the creator of the universe, where your whispers are heard, your cries are understood, and your needs are met with divine provision. In moments of despair, when the world feels overwhelming, prayer becomes a lifeline, anchoring you to the source of all strength. It is in these quiet moments of communication that God imparts wisdom, offers guidance, and fortifies the soul against the trials that lie ahead. Imagine standing in the midst of a storm, yet finding an unshakable peace, because you have connected with the one who commands the winds and the waves. That is the power of prayer, an intimate, transformative encounter that aligns your will with God's, ensuring that you walk in His purpose and protection. Weapon 2, the Word of God, the Bible. The Bible is not just a book. It is a living, breathing sword in the hands of the chosen ones. This weapon is sharp, precise, and powerful, cutting through the lies and deceptions of the enemy with undeniable truth. Every verse, every passage is infused with divine wisdom and authority, ready to be wielded in moments of doubt, fear, or temptation. Imagine standing at a crossroads, uncertain which path to take, and then opening the pages of this sacred text to find the exact guidance you need. The Word of God illuminates your path, offering clarity when the world tries to obscure your vision. It is a source of comfort in times of sorrow, a beacon of hope in the darkness, and a powerful tool for spiritual warfare. When Jesus was tempted in the wilderness, he did not rely on his strength alone. He spoke the word of God, and the enemy had no choice but to flee. Weapon 3, faith. Faith is the shield that protects and empowers the chosen ones, the invisible force that turns the impossible into the inevitable. It is the unwavering trust in God's power, promises, and presence, even when the world offers nothing but doubt and despair. Picture faith as a shield you carry, deflecting the arrows of fear, anxiety, and uncertainty that the enemy relentlessly fires your way. When circumstances seem insurmountable, when the odds are stacked against you, faith stands firm, refusing to be swayed by what the eyes see or what the ears hear. Consider the story of David facing Goliath, a young shepherd boy seemingly ill-equipped for battle, but armed with an unshakable faith. While others saw a giant too big to defeat, David saw a target too big to miss because his faith was in the God who had delivered him before and would do so again. This is what faith does. It changes your perspective, allowing you to see not just with your physical eyes, but with the eyes of your spirit. It is the belief that God's promises are true, that He is who He says He is, and that He will do what He has said He will do. Faith isn't about denying the reality of your challenges. It's about acknowledging a higher reality, God's reality, and trusting Him to bring you through. Weapon 4, the power of the tongue. The tongue holds immense power, capable of shaping destinies, altering circumstances, and manifesting divine will on earth. For the chosen ones, the words spoken are not just sounds but vessels of life, infused with the authority of heaven. The Bible teaches that life and death are in the power of the tongue, and this weapon is one that must be wielded with wisdom and intention. Imagine speaking words of encouragement to someone in the depths of despair and watching as hope rekindles in their eyes, or declaring God's promises over your life, health, provision, peace, and witnessing as those declarations begin to materialize, shifting the atmosphere around you. The tongue can bless, curse, build, or destroy, and for the chosen ones, it is meant to speak life. It is a tool for spiritual warfare, where declaring God's truth can dismantle the lies of the enemy and bring God's will to pass in your situation. Take, for example, the way Jesus spoke to the fig tree or calmed the storm with just a few words. His tongue was a weapon, and so is yours when you speak life, whether through prayer, declarations, or even in everyday conversations. You align yourself with God's creative power, and the spoken word becomes a force that shapes your reality, bringing light into darkness, order into chaos, and life where there was once death. The Bible equips you with the promises of God, truths that can be declared over your life, your family, and your circumstances. It is your manual for victory, a constant reminder that you are not alone in your battles, for the Lord of hosts is with you. His word guides, protects, and empowers you at every turn. Even the most faithful can find themselves standing on the brink of despair, questioning whether the weapons at their disposal are truly enough. It is easy to feel overwhelmed when the weight of the world presses in and the challenges seem insurmountable. Doubts creep in, and moments of vulnerability make us wonder if our spiritual arsenal, prayer, the Word of God, faith, and the power of the tongue, can truly stand up to the ferocity of our trials. Picture this. You are facing a financial crisis. The bills are piling up, and your future looks bleak. You have prayed fervently, declared God's promises, and tried to remain steadfast in faith. Yet the pressures of reality seem to drown out the hope you once held. In these moments, when the struggle feels like it is stretching you to your limits, you might question if these spiritual weapons are sufficient. You might ask yourself, is my prayer truly reaching heaven? Is the Bible's wisdom enough to guide me through this mess? Can my faith really shield me from this storm? Are my words powerful enough to bring change? These feelings of doubt, frustration, and even despair are common, but they do not mean your weapons are inadequate. They are part of the journey, a test of resilience and trust. Let us acknowledge these feelings without letting them define our reality. In the face of these trials, remember that feeling overwhelmed does not mean you are abandoned or ill-equipped. It means you are human and engaged in a profound spiritual battle. Your weapons are not just enough. They're all you need, though it may not always feel that way. Faith is not just a shield against doubts, but a steadfast anchor in the storm. When the winds of adversity howl around you, faith stands firm, affirming that God's plan is greater than your immediate troubles. It assures you that even when the outcome is unclear, God's promises remain true and His love unfailing. This weapon does not always remove the struggle, but strengthens you to face it with courage and hope. Similarly, the power of the tongue may seem powerless when you are speaking life into a seemingly dead situation. But remember that words spoken in faith carry divine authority. They are seeds sown in the fertile soil of God's promises, destined to bear fruit. When you declare God's truth over your life, even when it feels like nothing is changing, know that your words are aligning with God's will, shaping your reality in ways unseen. In moments of doubt, it is crucial to hold fast to these spiritual weapons, even when their impact is not immediately visible. They are not mere tools but divine instruments, potent and effective, designed to wield God's power in your life. Your feelings of inadequacy or fear are part of the human experience, but they do not negate the power of your spiritual arsenal. Trust that these weapons are more than sufficient, that they are indeed enough, and that through perseverance and faith, they will lead you to victory. As we come to the close of this message, I want to speak to the very core of your heart, where weariness, hope, and divine love converge. You have faced battles that many will never understand. And in those moments of darkness, when the weight of your struggles felt too heavy to bear, you have wielded your spiritual weapons with courage and conviction, even when it seemed like the fight was never-ending and the victory unreachable. You pressed on, clinging to the promise that God is with you in every trial. I see you. I see the nights spent wrestling with doubts, the days marked by tears of frustration, and the silent pleas for strength that you have whispered in the stillness. You have fought valiantly, not just against the world's challenges, but against the storms within your own soul. Each day, you chose faith over fear, hope over despair, and love over bitterness. As you continue on this journey, may you find solace in knowing that your fight is seen, your pain acknowledged, and your perseverance honored. God's love is not just a whisper in the storm. It is the storm's stillness, the calm that comes with the morning after the darkest night. Embrace this love with every fiber of your being, for it is a love that will never let go. You are held, you are loved, and you are never alone. Keep fighting, keep believing, and let this divine love guide you through trial, for it will lead you to a place of profound peace and eternal victory.